Hey everyone, I'm Ross Chastain, and welcome back for another episode of Ag to Asphalt, presented by Fresh from Florida and powered by Like a Farmer. Remember, full-length episodes can be found on the Like a Farmer YouTube page and wherever you listen to your audio podcasts. We've got a great show today. I took a trip down to Tampa Bay to learn how to harvest oysters. I had no idea how to do that. But before we get to that, Ben, how we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Back from Kansas.
I was at the track this weekend. Thank you for having me.
Glad you
It was well worth it to go.
Do your job and go to a NASCAR weekend.
Yeah, well, I had a lot to shoot.
Who all did you have?
Just you and Carson.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, technically it was less work because you finished 2 laps down, so.
Yeah, we were talking about it in our debrief when we got back, and we were talking about tire wear and different things, and comparing. We had a tire unravel right front and cords hanging out of it, and they asked why it didn't happen earlier in the race, and I said because we were running 1.5 miles less every stage, saving wear and tear on the tires and engine and everything.
And how did that work out?
Trapped 2 laps down.
Yep.
Did not go another lap down in stage 3, but stage 1 and 2 were rough.
Yes. Started off the weekend kind of that way.
Yeah, pulled on track. Not good.
Yeah.
Worked on it. A lot of changes. Usually qualify really well there, and you're wide open around the top. I was getting in the car, and I was actually telling some of the guys that it wasn't going to be flat, I didn't think, and then watched a couple cars go and decided it was going to be wide open to get the pole. And we've been on the front row there and committed to wide open, and it did not turn. Almost hit the wall.
In 1 and 2?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Had to lift both ends. So, yeah, just not good. I don't know what else to say. Just off the throttle, bad handling, sliding, front and back, both ends, just missing it. You're going to have that.
You will.
All 3 Trackhouse cars at one point in the 30s. Not where we want to be. And together, everybody, Justin's in town this week, trying to understand, just get a direction and start going somewhere from where we're at, because we don't want to be focusing on the strategy of how to minimize the amount of laps down we are. And that's what we end up having to do. We waved around at the end of stage 2 to try to catch a caution to then pit twice throughout the last stage. We don't want to be doing that.
How much are Shane and SVG leaning on you, just with their lack of experience in general?
Shane would fall over if he tried to lean on me because I'd be underneath his arm. No, all of our teams, we have such good people around us. There's almost 200 employees, or there is 200 employees, I guess, technically at Trackhouse, amongst all the different departments. And we all are surrounded by so many good people, and all those people are telling us all the same, each in their own way, but their own thing. But no, I can't, we're pushing, if the car's there, we'll push the gas, and we're just not there right now. And when you see Connor being zero experience, he's learning for the first time what a cup car's like at Kansas. I've done several there, we've won, and Shane in the middle of that experience level. We're all running nose to tail, within a couple spots. We're all in the same straightaway as each other. So I can't push the gas any harder than they can, and same thing for them on these ovals. So yeah, a lot of work to do. A lot.
Better get to it.
We're trying. Did you have anybody in the O'Reilly race? Are you shooting anything?
Yeah. We have a few guys that we shot with. There's some weather kind of coming in, so that was kind of an interesting play in the beginning. But it's actually funny you mentioned that, because did you see Carson Quapple's flip?
I saw it after the fact.
Okay, but did you see what they were showing on TV before that?
Iron side by side for second. Josh Balicki out of line.
Oh, and that's going to burn up a valuable set of tires.
Still green. Just hold the brake.
And finally we get the caution, and upside down is Carson Quapple.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh went around, I think in 1 and 2 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if
one
they
lap done, going into one for the second time.
Yeah.
First time at full speed into one, and he's spinning.
So I don't know if the caution was getting thrown when he was spinning, or maybe they were about to, and then they pan over and Carson Quaffle's just upside down.
The pole sitter.
Yeah. He, I think Byron maybe took him 3 wide or something. So he was like maybe a spot or 2 back, and he's just like rolling. It was nuts.
That's
Yeah.
Wow. I've never flipped.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, you've never flipped.
Knocking on the table here. I watched my little brother flip. Chad flipped when he was a kid. He barrel rolled my race truck that I had raced for years, and then he was in it in the kid class, and he got loose off turn 4 and then kind of overcorrected, and it sat on the left rear, and the setup in that thing was not, it was made to turn left. It was not made to go straight or right, and it barrel rolled Monte Carlo. Barely touched the roof and busted the transmission, the pan on the transmission, and we actually put a pan on it. It popped the left front tire, and we sent him back out, and he actually finished the race. It was wild. It was a long race, kid race, but we had time to do that and send him back out. And he just said, I remember asking him what it was like, and he said it's like when we played video games, and you would flip in those, and if you were in the in-car, the gloves would like do this in front of your face. And he said that's what it looked like. He couldn't hold his hand. He said he was trying to pull his hands in, but he was like 12 years old, barrel rolling a 2,800-pound race truck.
Yeah. Leave it to Chad.
Hey.
Better, I mean, I hate to say it, better you than him at this point. You know, just leave it that way.
Oh, gladly.
Now. Yeah.
Gladly. That's a competition I'll let him win all day long.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, he got back out there and raced. So yeah, that was crazy for Carson. I got done with qualifying when I finally got done with my cup lap. Took me a while to get around the track, and went to dinner with Al Neese. Him and Miss Lou took Jordan and I to 1587, the steakhouse in town, the famous Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, high-end steakhouse. Thought we'd have time to go to the hotel, change. Debrief took so long to try to describe the cars, because all 3 cars, we were like, we're in trouble. We need big changes overnight. So all 3 drivers trying to like articulate all the nuances of corner entry, center exit, all the things, and walked out, got in the car. Jordan's waiting on me, and she's like, all right, it's 5:45, dinner's at 6. It's 15 minutes to get there. We don't have time to go to the hotel. So we schlepp in there. I'm in my quarter zip from the track. She was in like a jean jacket and sweatpants just from going shopping during the day. And we were afraid that like they might turn us away. We weren't sure how high end it was, but there was other people in like, I say sweatpants. Probably I could buy 20 pairs of sweatpants of my caliber for like what she was wearing, but still not the dress she was going to wear.
Yeah.
Had a great steak though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I've noticed like the Midwest has like, maybe not necessarily, that's not a mom and pop place, but if any, like the Midwest has the best mom and pop steakhouses, like in my experience at least, because I feel like they always get the steak from just down the road. It's always locally sourced.
Yes. I saw a Manhattan, Kansas steak on the menu, which would have been close to Cuba, where we spent a couple of days.
Yep.
Out near that area. Yep. I don't think I got that steak, but not the kind of my ma and pa never went to steakhouses like this. I can just say that.
Fair. Yeah.
But Al wanted to take us there, and they have a plant. Neese Equipment has a plant in Kansas down in Fort Scott. It's like an hour 15 south of Kansas City. And so him and Miss Lou were up there, had went to the plant that week, where they build water trucks, fuel lube trucks, large manufacturing facility there, and came up for dinner and then headed back to Texas. So a lot of driving the niece is doing.
Yeah. I feel like he's a guy that I feel like he got like a 16-hour road trip in him, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah. Drives everywhere.
Got his Chevy 1500. Yep. He like puts it in the wind, doing calls, like, I mean, running. He's letting his kids run the business more these days, but still involved and making sales.
Good.
Yeah. So it was a good dinner. But so I missed the O'Reilly race because of that. We were at dinner.
Yeah.
6 o'clock dinner. That's early.
Yeah. I looked at your calendar. You had a tight turnaround. I mean, we're not too far from the city, but
I didn't have time to change.
Yeah. Was there turkey on the menu by chance? Because that was probably the only time you're going to be around any sort of turkey for that week.
Just like at turkey camp, no turkey for me. Look, I had a great time.
Yeah.
We went, filmed some Ag to Asphalt episodes, knocked a few out that everybody will see throughout the year, but tried to do a little turkey hunting, and I didn't get one. Chased them a lot. A lot of movement.
Because you went out 3 or 4 times, maybe.
Yeah. We end up going in a day late than we originally planned. So all the other guys got their birds the first day. I think they blew everything up. Like I think all of our spots were done. JT is officially off my guide duties. He's not guiding for me. It's now deer and turkey.
Yeah.
No dice.
Oof. Well, I mean, maybe I was going to say maybe once the new lodge comes in that he'll have a little bit, some new mojo or luck or anything next time you go.
Yeah. Fun times. Yeah, that's kind of it for me on Kansas. Another Tyler Reddick win.
Yeah. Toyotas
drives
okay.
by the 5 car at the end.
Yeah. Well, he ran out coming to the white.
Who?
Before the caution, Reddick.
Yeah. Well, he hit the fence. That's why the 11 got by him coming to 2 to go, on 3 to go and 3 to 4. He hit the fence from what I saw.
I was told he was sputtering.
Yeah, he was screaming out of gas, but he was in the wall when the 11 went by.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, it could have ran out and he just got them all crossed up. But yeah, I mean, still at the end, restart doesn't go his way and still drives by. The 9's inside of him, drives by the 9. Then the 11 gets clear and then drives by the 5 underneath him off of 2. Like, wild. Yeah. 19 was coming on 4 tires.
Yep. First 10 pitted for 2, I think.
More 2-tire takers than I thought.
Yeah.
Once I watched it back. I don't know that we would have been probably 4 if we were on lead lap. We were not. It was wild. Actually, that last restart, I was in front of maybe Gillen, and I lit them up with those old tires on the restart, which is not common in Cup because we're usually restarting on new tires. But yeah, it was struggle city trying to get going. Yeah, I don't know. Congrats to the 45 team. Like another win,
number 5
of 9.
Yeah,
and went and took it back after he lost it. So
yeah.
I have no idea how many times he can win this year. It's wild.
I don't think he's done, if I had to guess.
No, he's not done.
Yeah. I think he'll break 10 and by halfway at least.
Oh, gosh.
For sure.
Come on. No way.
What?
I don't know how he can keep winning. His teammates have to catch up.
I mean, Bubba ran better. Yeah, I think he was 4th. They were a little bit of a struggle bus. I mean, Riley was running good.
You're calling 4th a struggle bus? But he tried 34.
No. He was struggle bus before then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I'm just counting 4 times I get lapped. What else? What else happened this weekend?
Somebody wanted me to ask you about Coachella. Do you know what Coachella is? Number 1.
I mean, I roughly know, but I don't even know where it's
at.
It's
a big music festival.
Where's it at?
California, I think.
Yeah.
I don't. I know what Coachella is, but I don't pay attention. Justin Bieber performed. He's kind of he's trying to come back a little bit.
Out in the desert? Coachella?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It's something else.
Yeah. I probably should know more than I do. I'm 25, but I don't know.
I didn't know about it at 25, and I definitely don't know about it at 33.
Yeah. But
got some Mark Chestnut coming up, Texas weekend. That's what I know about. At Billy Bob's.
Oh, probably. That's the hot ticket, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Stockyards.
Yep. Gonna have a David Erickson sighting that weekend. It's wild. You work in NASCAR.
Texas?
You work in NASCAR. You're in the race state. You're actually in the city on Friday of race weekend, and you don't stay for the race weekend on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. I asked him, and he's like, nope, I'm going to the airport.
Yep. So, I mean, you have no room to talk.
I was there. I put in my time this week. I'm on the mend.
First time in a month.
Okay, but
how many of 9 is that?
Probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
I'm on for like a month straight now, so I'm catching up.
Okay. Did we talk about Bristol in the last? I don't think we did.
That was after Easter, so we would have been going into Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild experience there to qualify well for once. 6th, get to second early, and then slowly make our way back to 20th. Yeah, we finished 20th. I remember getting out of the car, looking up at the big screen, and the leaderboard was scrolling for the finishing order, and we were 20th, and I was actually surprised. My count had us 24th, but there was a lot of multiple lap down cars in between me and the leaders. So yeah. Ty Gibbs got his first win.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was wild. That was cool. Wild. Held on old tires. Went and took it. Drove his mom to victory lane up the ramp. I saw that on the big screen live. That was cool. Their family, so much success, but so much loss. That was my mom's been at some wins, but I've driven my brother to victory lane. Actually, Coda, our first win ever in Cup.
He was spotting for you?
Spotting.
That's
he
cool.
Jumped the fence, fell, busted his butt when he jumped the fence, and then popped the right window out and hopped in. And we rode around the track to victory lane. So that was cool to see Ty do that. Gotta imagine that floor was hot for her, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, that thing's like the bottom of an oven.
Yeah.
So I guess she's probably on an adrenaline high. Didn't even feel it.
Yeah. Maybe she legs up.
Probably didn't have on Georgia boots.
Probably not. No.
But just cool seeing Ty come in. So much promise through the O'Reilly series, but then Cup took more than 100 races. That's like the golden rule. Yeah. Everybody says 100 races you get in Cup to figure it out. And him and I took that plus some. So
took the over.
Felt
the
his
over
pain.
hard.
Yeah, felt his pain. But yeah, cool to see. Yeah, it's not too much to write about for us there.
Truck race went pretty well for you in the end. Yeah. 4th, 5th,
end up
6th?
4th.
Yeah.
End up 4th. Qualified 11th. I think combined time off the pole was less than a 10th and a half for truck and Cup total for me. I was 11th and 6th. Total time was like 15 hundredths. I was like, I got done with both qualifying sessions. I was like, I could have both poles if I just tied the lap together a little better. Both vehicles were perfectly capable of getting the pole, but really ran about 8th, and then they had that big crash with Eckes and Heim.
Yeah.
The $350,000 crash for Heim, losing out on that bonus.
Triple truck challenge, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew there was trouble happening when I could see his left front brake duct tape. Like the left side brake duct opening had tape on it, and I could see that. And I was in like 6th or something. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go left. I don't know what's happening up there. But took out Caden. I think it got Lane Riggs, Scott's son. But yeah, we were lucky enough to be on the bottom, and tight truck, which was very manageable, and got to 4th.
Yeah, nice. They seemed pretty okay with what happened too. Either one
both of them.
Yeah, which I was actually kind of surprised.
Very. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to get fined.
Yeah.
My guess.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Corey was going to say anything to get him fined, but
well, Corey's in a win-win situation. He's got everything going for him. Like, everybody knows he's Cup caliber.
Yeah.
He's ready. Caden talked about it. So he's talked about it. So yeah, I feel like he had nothing to gain by saying anything. He just took his lumps. He was out of the race, and he's not in that truck full time anyway. So move on to the next one.
For now.
Yeah.
So that could change.
Has he ran every race though, or he missed?
He didn't run St. Pete.
Yeah, that's the problem. You have to at least attempt every race. In 2019, when we switched points, it was what the technicality that NASCAR let us switch points for was that I had at least started every race. And even though I wasn't collecting points, so once you miss, you are officially
okay.
Now they would have to change the rules, which would go against the precedent they've set.
Yeah,
which would. I want him to go. He's capable of going for the championship, clearly, but it would take a total precedence.
Yeah.
Swap.
Would they put him at 0, you think? Because I think he's collecting. I don't know if he's
collecting truck points.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
But it'd be wrong. It would be.
Yeah.
It would technically be wrong for the rule book if they did it. They'd have to change the rule and then retroactively reset him at 0.
Yeah.
But change the rule that he didn't start every race. So.
Okay.
I don't know. He's fast. I'm
Yeah.
not saying I don't want him to, but like we all knew the rules starting the year.
Mhm.
So when I was running, Al was very intentional and Cody to put me in every race. They were wanting me to change, but at the beginning of the year, I wasn't wanting to way back then.
Mhm.
So, all right. We'll take everybody down to Tampa Bay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Before we talk about Talladega, take y'all down to Calusa Oysters. We'll learn how they're growing oysters into Tampa Bay. Y'all check it out.
Today we are in South Tampa Bay at Calusa Oysters. We're getting ready to go learn about oysters. Mr. Reed Smith, you're going to take us out. Nice to have you on Ag Asphalt.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I don't know anything about an oyster except that I like to eat them. But
Perfect.
even whenever they tell me, I don't even know what I'm, they tell me all the different varieties, I guess, or
Well, by the time you
kinds.
get back, you'll know everything today.
Okay.
So there are 5 types of oysters. So anything on the East Coast is the same in Canada as it is down here.
Okay.
So it just depends on like your dirt, wherever how the better the dirt and whatever those properties. Our water gives it the same properties.
Okay.
So we're in an aquatic preserve down here. So it's nice and clean, nice and clear. So we have about the best water in the area. So it gives our oysters a really good taste.
The farm is odd to me to call it that, but it's
Exactly.
actually a couple of acres we're going to go out and see.
We have 4
on
acres
the
out
water.
there.
On, in the water.
Yes, in the water.
Okay.
So we'll do all the work from the boat. So it's about 8 to 10 feet deep out there.
Okay.
So all the work we get to do is from the boat.
I'm not going in the water.
No.
Okay.
Well, unless we throw you in.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the day goes.
Or you backflip. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, let's get to work. I'm excited. I think we'll have to idle out there. So
Yeah, we'll get you suited
I got
up,
some more
get you-
questions for you.
Okay, perfect. We get you a bib and all that good stuff.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
2022 is Hurricane Ian was the first. We had put our first seed in the water 7 days before Hurricane Ian came in. So there's an old adage that whenever you can get seed, you take it. Our seed guy is probably the best, highest quality guy in the Southeast, probably in the Eastern Seaboard. He's just phenomenal. He's been doing it for about 30 years. He does clams and oysters, and he's over here about a mile. So we pass him every day. So when we get our seed from him, it's fantastic because they are spawned in the same water that they're going into. So they're really, really good with heat, and they're really good. There's nothing for them to adapt to change.
Right.
So when you're coming out, so the farm is right over here off the end of this island port here. Tampa is between these things. You'll be able to see it kind of there. That's St. Pete. That's the Dome, and then over here is the Skyway Bridge.
Okay.
So if you're driving south on the Skyway Bridge, when you get to the top, if you look at 10 o'clock in your steering wheel, you'll see this opening really easily up there, and then we're just right out here.
Yep.
So the thing is today, the sun is really, really cooperating. So if you look how green the water is, it's super clear. People have no idea how clean the water is down here in lower Tampa Bay at this end. It's preserved. It's nothing but mangrove. So it's really awesome. So people just don't think that this exists down here. You'll see when we get out there, it shows an oyster will clean about 50 gallons of water a day. So when you have a lot of flow, some with less flow certainly do less, but ours get tons of flow in and out of the bay. So our water even around us is probably even clearer than every place else.
I see. I know it's Calusa is the name of the company. I grew up on the Calusa River.
Yep.
What's the namesake come from?
So the Calusa Indians, were the predominant tribe in Southwest Florida, and they were the only tribe that subsisted predominantly from the water. So it just made sense for if we're going to do it. They actually had all their old shell. It was the largest shell midden, which is a pile of shells in North America, 18.5 billion shells. And they thought there probably more. So we went and said, all right, that's an obvious thing. So we looked, nobody had it, and so when we came up with the logo, that it's not on here, but so we started. So obviously we have the Calusa, and then we have the little arrowheads. On the sticker you can see it a lot better, but we have little arrowheads, so it was subtle. But we wanted to celebrate them, and they were awesome. So instead of running away from it, we're we can teach people more about their history. So we have that subtle, and then on the regular street we have the Skyway Bridge is here, and that's in the background.
Yep.
But then the last thing is, so we've grown up in Tampa our whole life, and had people had cigar companies and stuff. So if you take the logo and you wrap it around a circle, it's the shape of a cigar band. So these, the way they all work is there is an anchor that's probably right a bit down with this buoy. They're all down here, and it's a 5-foot rod that's in the water, and it has in the end has a disc that's kind of like a frisbee, and it's got 2 slits and it's twisted, so it's like a screw, and so it just screws in. So we have a friend who's a real good friend of mine who's a diver, and so he comes out to do the screw, and so he gets in there, and then you get it down in the place and just stick a long pipe through the eye on the top, and just he walks in circles till it screws 5 feet in. All right, so we're gonna grab this, and then so we have some hooks that are on the side of the boat, which we use to put the main line on.
And this will act as it, so we don't have to drop the anchor every time.
Yep.
This keeps it stuck in place. Wrap it around. Right off.
It makes it easy, so we just slide up and down from cage to cage to cage. Wait, if you would hit that button above you.
It's a little switch up and down on the winch.
There you go. Perfect.
Good practice when the third person's actually on.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Perfect. All right, if you go the other way with it. Perfect. There we go. That'll work. All right, so we'll do these top 3.
Okay.
So we're gonna take them, we're gonna dump them in a basket, and then so for the first one you can get up there and just dump the basket in there. We'll turn this tumbler on. So what this tumbler does is as it turns, so everything will continue to tumble through it. So just listen. So they tumble like that. And so what happens is the end of an oyster is like a fingernail. So this stuff breaks off as they grow. So when it goes through the tumbler, what it does is helps keep them from growing together, some of them. But what it does, it helps chip that off so it doesn't just grow long and skinny. It grows a deeper cup. So it goes down like that. So that helps it hold more water, more flavor, all the rest of it. So that helps kind of help keep the shape. So you can see like this one here, this oyster is here, but it's really this long.
Right.
So this is all extra. So as that starts to grow up, it gets deeper and more full. So usually we harvest them anywhere from 2 3/4 to 3 1/4 is where we go. So right now we have so many, eventually next year we'll start to make them all 2 3/4, all 3. But at this point we've got so many and everything's working. So we're kind of tweaking a little of that stuff. So we'll take these and we'll dump them up here.
How many times do you touch the oyster from planting it to harvesting it?
We try and touch them every 3 weeks. We have 4 different size holes. We have some real small, so when they're growing, it helps them split up so we can keep them by size a lot better. Right. So the big ones aren't hogging all the water and all the food out here. So we try and split them up that way.
Anything that's not quite big enough, you just slide right in back in this basket.
So it's just easy to slide the ones off the end. The good ones just slide over in the middle.
It's like, what do you call that one?
That would be good.
Okay.
Yep.
He'll play.
And when they go to desiccate them, then we just take them like this, flip them up. 1, 2, 3. And then they sit out. Then they'll sit out overnight.
Okay.
So, and then the next day we come out, and then we'll flip them back.
Yep.
And flip them over. So we'll flip these over, and then the ones we're going to keep, we're going to put in here for harvesting, and then we'll deal with those tomorrow. So, all right. So then when we come out to undesiccate them, here I'll let you. So all you do is just grab that side and just lift and shove it kind of forward, and then boom. So that's it. Now we'll take them back in and we'll put those, we'll get those together, we'll get them in a bag, get them on ice, and then you can take them home. And you know how to shuck, right?
I do.
Okay, good deal.
Gentlemen, thank you for that.
Thanks for coming out.
I have a whole new perspective on the oyster industry now. And you were just telling me off camera about the refrigeration and cooling process we didn't touch on. So when you harvest them, you've got to get them chilled instantly. It's highly regulated.
Really quickly, yeah. So oysters are the highest regulated protein probably in the world, and certainly in the country. So when we get them off, the state is very, very rigorous, and there's a lot of tagging and chasing down a whole bunch of information. So when we get them in the summer months, we have to get them in a cooler that's 50 degrees or less by 11 a.m. And then shoulder months, April and like October. So then we have till 1 o'clock. And then the winter time is fantastic, and we have till 5. So like these summers, like the harvest, and we kind of go out and get them and run in so we can get them cooled and chilled down. So yeah, so these we're in the 1 o'clock month now. Okay. So 2 days ago it was 5 o'clock. Today it's 1 o'clock.
Yep.
So
I'll give you your gloves back, and then I've got some Georgia boots for you.
Oh, thank you.
But got you some waterproof, so we gotta set there. Georgia boot want to say thank you.
Fantastic.
A little different than your deck boots there,
exactly, but you know, they're waterproof.
Yeah,
that'll work.
That'll work.
So we've got for you. We've got a couple. Next time, if you come out again, with that, legacy, their hats, and then some tumblers for the guys.
Loading you up.
Yeah. All right. So that's all for me.
Yep.
Awesome.
So you can share with whoever.
Put all that in there.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Great having you.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Come to the race sometime.
Absolutely.
Love to see you.
Big thanks to Georgia Boot and Calusa Oysters for showing us how to harvest oysters out of the Tampa Bay. The one thing, Ben, that we didn't do. I didn't try any fresh oysters.
I thought you did.
No, not right out of the bay. I wanted to. They never offered.
Huh.
It was all about work.
Did you take any back with you?
We did.
Okay.
Ate them later.
Oh,
put them on ice.
But you did have them.
Tried to buy a cooler in the greater Tampa Bay area. Impossible.
Really?
Impossible.
You didn't try hitting one of those like beach shops or anything? They didn't have them?
We weren't by the beaches. We were in the preserve. Like we put it in a boat ramp that's in like a protected area. We had to idle way out.
Gotcha.
And then go to their farm plot that they have in a protected area.
I just got into oysters this year.
It's great, isn't it?
They're good. Yeah.
I don't understand the price.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Market price, astronomical. I don't care. It's like eggs. I don't only eat a couple. I want a lot, but didn't get to eat any fresh. Thought I was gonna get them like fresh out of the bay.
That one's gonna haunt you for a while, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I had them that night, but not that day. So,
we got Dega coming up.
Dega. I'm going to head to New York before I go to Alabama for some highway safety stuff. One of my longest continuous running highway safety groups with the state of New York. Never much time in the city, which as a kid I thought New York was a city only. I didn't know about the upstate and the big state of New York. So throughout my career, I've been able to explore a lot of the state and see some really cool areas that I would have never gotten to go to. And that involves a lot of schools and like trying to get high school kids to grasp wearing your seatbelt, making the right decision, putting your phone down when they're going to have the option one day to drink and drive. Everybody's going to have the option. And making the decision, like if you drink, have a plan, let somebody else drive you home, is all we're trying to instill in these kids. So quick trip up there, a little time with the Covels, Steve and Miss Beth.
Yep.
So a little show car action.
Sweet.
And then catch a flight to Talladega, site of our second win.
Yeah, big. The seas parted.
Still unbelievable. I was one of the few times in a Cup car where like I was content with fourth. I had already sped on pit road, been a lap down, all this stuff, pushing my line, and they just kept turning right. Mick Reynolds had some weird line about chicken dinner. Winner,
chicken dinner.
He still doesn't really, I don't think, know why he said that.
Yeah.
But it came across. I think it was cool. You know, all the behind the scenes stuff that most people wouldn't know. But he won a ARCA race there, and that track has been very important to his family for the McReynolds and everything that Larry's done. So that was a crazy day. Kid Rock was in victory lane with us.
Nice.
Before your time.
It was. What year was that?
22.
22, yeah.
Another fun fact, coming to a restart, I think I'm at the tail-ish of the field, and I'm trying to save fuel, shutting the engine on and off. So I kill the engine, coasting by pit entry, but it's a long ways to the restart zone, like past the middle of the tribal. And I drop the clutch for the green, and it's not going. And I flip the switch on, but they're already 10, 15, 20 car lengths ahead of me, the whole field. And Cody Ware was behind me, and he's like not trying to run into me. And I'm like, oh no, I've lost the draft. And in turn 1 on the restart, they all crashed.
Wow.
15 cars crashed.
You would have been right in the middle.
I'd have been right in the middle of it.
Wow. Okay.
Another thing
Strategic.
that happened that saved us. And
Subconsciously strategic move.
they're like, did you see it happen? I'm like, nope. Definitely had the engine off on accident.
That's funny.
I'll make a lap down the boulevard.
You gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a stroll.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People watching.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to the concert at all? Or are you booked up that evening?
Well,
Kit Moore?
yeah. Little Busch Light. You think some of the folks from Busch Light will be there?
I don't know. It's not a summer concert deal. It's just like they always do like a boulevard concert Saturday night usually.
Yep. Last fall, I dropped my dad off at the concert and told him get home safe, and I went to bed.
I remember that.
Y'all saw him.
Yeah.
Yep. Him and my group out in the wild.
Yeah. That was Whiskey Myers that year.
Gotcha.
They were really good. But,
yeah. But no, I dropped him for the concert and went to bed.
Yeah. We were in line and I just see he like popped out of a camper or something. I don't know what he was doing, or not like out of a camper, but like in between two of them. And he's just looking around like, oh, hey, Ralph. He's like, typical, just silent but deadly.
That's Ralph.
Yep.
That's Ralph. That's it for me, buddy.
Yeah. That's it.
Have we rambled long enough?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for checking out another episode of Act Asphalt, presented by Fresh from Florida and powered by Like a Farmer. Remember to check out the Like a Farmer YouTube page every other Thursday, where we'll be releasing the full-length video episodes, and on every podcast platform wherever you listen to your podcasts. See you all in the next episode.